Good morning. Here are the developing stories for this hour. My name is Remy Allen. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, has expressed shock and dismay over hike in a In the meantime, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, has urged the federal government to reverse the announced increment in petrol price, saying it is compounding challenges Nigerians are facing. Afenifere, in a statement by its spokesman, Mr. Jare Ajayi, asserted that Nigerians are currently going through a lot of challenges as a result of biting socioeconomic crunch and the attendant hardships. NNPCL had earlier raised the pump price of petrol to 897 naira per litre. The National Economic Council has threatened to enforce its decision on states that have not yet submitted their reports on state police. President Bola Tinubu had earlier endorsed the establishment of state police as suggested by state governors to address rising insecurity in the country. States were instructed to submit their reports for NEC deliberation and action. Ahead of the governorship election in Ondo State, a disability inclusion focused organization that promotes the rights and recognition for individuals and disabilities, TAF Africa, has urged persons with disabilities to come out and exercise their franchise. The organization's program director, Adiolo Kilanko, at an engagement with representatives of disability clusters, wants them to remain undeterred by previous voting experiences. Osrc's Zaid Aribisa reports that the program is tagged Able to Vote. The report.
Available data shows that there are over 30 million persons with disabilities in Nigeria and with over 60% of voting age. To drive more participation in the process, the Able to Vote voter education campaign for community of persons with disabilities in Ondo State was organized by TAF Africa, a non-governmental organization championing disability inclusion. The platform provided an avenue for the convergence of various clusters in the disability group to engage ahead of the upcoming governorship election in the state. TAF Africa's program director Adeolu Kilanko said the campaign is designed to address the electoral participation of persons with disability, which he says is often overlooked.
Is to sensitize persons with disability and other key stakeholders on provisions of relevant laws and legal frameworks in Nigeria that guarantees the active participation of persons with disabilities in elections in Nigeria. As you're aware, the governorship election in Ondo State is coming up on the 16th of November. So we are here to sensitize the persons with disabilities on the conduct that they need to watch out for to enable them actively participate seamlessly in the forthcoming general election. election.
Kilanko, who noted that the goal of the campaign is to educate and inform the community about their voting rights, said it is also an avenue to extract their voting experiences and resources available to them during the election.
Multifaceted program requires a multifaceted approach. While we're talking with INEC to provide magnifying glasses, if we also don't have person with albinism go to the polling unit to come and report back that there were no magnifying glasses, how do we know that the glasses were not provided in the first instance? So we have to make sure that all hands are on deck to ensure that while we are working with INEC to do what is needful, persons with disabilities that we're also working with are also there to confirm that yes, we are seeing progresses, or there are still some gaps that we need to address going forward.
The discussion centered on the challenges faced by persons with disabilities during elections, as participants shared personal stories highlighting issues such as physical barriers at polling stations and the lack of accessible voting materials.
And I want to cast my votes. The last election, when the machine insists to let me cast my votes, it's very painful because I love voting.
The event also featured discussion on the legal framework designed to promote inclusion, as well as the gap between policy and practice, the shortage of assistive voting materials like braille ballots, and the need for more training for polling staff on how to assist voters with disabilities were highlighted.
On that election day, those that are not educated when they come to the polling units, if they tell them that they can't see it, we just tell them to just move aside. And also when they want, whenever they go to the INEC office to change their polling units, but that is far away to the nearest place, we just tell them to just stay one side and they will attend to them later, and which is not right.
A panel discussion featured representatives from INEC, Chairman, Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities in Ondo State, and Chairperson of the State Agency for Persons with Disabilities.
Is a party that accepts persons with disabilities.
We can vote and we can be voted for, isn't it? Yes.
Using the Electoral Act as amended, and to see the inclusions of persons with disability, so that the apathy that we have having now will be reducing.
Still will give me confidence to be talking to my people for them to come out on the day of election to vote for the candidate of their choice.
INEC's desk officer, Gender and Inclusivity, Ude Edith, assured attendees that continuous efforts have been made to improve voting experience.
And we make sure in INEC that during the election, these people are taken into consideration.
The organizers of the Able to Vote campaign stressed the importance of continued advocacy and dialogue between the community, electoral bodies and policymakers to address these issues and to ensure that the upcoming governorship election in Ondo State is inclusive and accessible for all. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted thundery and rainy weather conditions across the nation from Wednesday to Friday. And with that, we conclude Developers Diaries. Many thanks for watching. Good morning.